Today's unfolding story from inside the British royal family has gripped everyone who follows the monarchy, because it's a rare moment where loyalty, legacy, and family bonds appear to be colliding in the most painful way imaginable. New reports suggest that Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, the daughters of Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew, may soon be confronted with a decision so heavy, so emotionally loaded, that it could permanently reshape their family dynamics. According to multiple insider accounts, the two princesses may be forced to choose between their public alignment with the royal institution and their private loyalty to their mother, a woman who has stood by them for decades. This is not a simple disagreement or a temporary rift. If these reports are accurate, the decision ahead has the potential to influence not only their relationship with Sarah Ferguson, but also the future connection between Fergie and her beloved grandchildren. Before we dive deeper into everything insiders are saying, and why this situation may be reaching a breaking point, take a moment to subscribe to Royals Explored and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Because according to sources close to the palace, this situation is evolving quickly. At the center of the current drama is Sarah Ferguson, affectionately known as Fergie, who has once again been pulled into controversy related to the long-running fallout from the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. For those who are newer to this story, Epstein was a convicted sex offender whose powerful connections, including a public friendship with Prince Andrew, sparked international scrutiny and severely damaged reputations across multiple countries. Prince Andrew stepped back from royal duties after public backlash intensified, and that decision sent shockwaves through the family. Now, new reports claim that Sarah Ferguson may have maintained contact with Epstein even after she publicly distanced herself from him, with alleged emails circulating in which she referred to him in strikingly warm terms. Although these communications have not been officially verified by the palace, the mere suggestion has already caused several organizations to pull back from any association with her. The consequences for Fergie have reportedly been swift and harsh. According to insiders, she currently holds no formal royal title and has no guaranteed permanent residence. With Prince Andrew expected to vacate Royal Lodge, his longtime home and the property where Fergie had continued living even after their divorce, Fergie is said to be facing deep uncertainty about the future of her living arrangements. For someone who was once married to the Queen's son and frequently present at major royal events, this represents a dramatic shift in status. But the real tension emerges when we look at Beatrice and Eugenie. Unlike their parents, the sisters have maintained their positions within the royal framework. Their titles remain intact, and they have largely avoided personal scandal. According to those familiar with the situation, King Charles is determined to preserve that stability. He reportedly believes that the princesses should not pay the price for the mistakes or associations of their parents. However, maintaining that protection appears to come with expectations. And those expectations, sources claim, are what may force the two sisters into an emotionally devastating position. If you're watching along and want to stay updated as soon as new information breaks, make sure you're subscribed to Royals Explored so you never miss what comes next. According to reporting published by outlets such as Women's Day, several insiders believe that Beatrice and Eugenie may soon face what's being described as the ultimate sacrifice, choosing between their royal identities and their close bond with their mother. A source close to the sisters reportedly claims that Beatrice and Eugenie are deeply concerned about how their mother will react if presented with conditions from the palace. Fergie has always been a strong personality within the family, often taking a leadership role in navigating challenges. But now, the influence may lie with her daughters, whose royal standing gives them a form of leverage they've never had before. What makes this even more emotional, according to those familiar with the family dynamic, is the love Fergie shares with her grandchildren. Beatrice's children, Sienna and Wolfie, and Eugenie's sons, August and Ernest, are said to be a source of endless joy for their grandmother. Insiders emphasize that Fergie has been a warm, present, and enthusiastic figure in their lives. Yet if the reports are accurate, Beatrice and Eugenie may feel obligated to distance their children from Fergie if she refuses to alter her behavior or associations. One source put it starkly: if Fergie doesn't recognize the severity of the situation, her daughters may have no choice but to set boundaries they never imagined enforcing. To understand the weight of that, it's important to recognize the broader context. King Charles has spent his reign refining the monarchy's image, trimming unnecessary roles, and ensuring that the core members of the royal family remain beyond reproach. After watching the reputational damage that the Epstein scandal brought to his brother, Charles is reportedly determined to prevent any repeat situations. For Beatrice and Eugenie, this means that even though they did nothing wrong, the shadow of their parents' controversies still follows them. Each new article that mentions Prince Andrew's past, or any report highlighting Fergie's missteps, inevitably links back to the princesses. To remain within the royal fold, insiders believe they may need to take visible steps to show they are not aligned with behavior that threatens the monarchy's stability. But the decision is anything but simple. Sarah Ferguson has long been a polarizing figure within royal circles. Even before the current controversies, she was known for a more relaxed and outspoken approach that clashed with royal traditions. Over the years she has faced financial issues, tabloid scandals, and missteps such as the infamous undercover sting involving access to Prince Andrew. Still, through every challenge, Beatrice and Eugenie stood by her. That history makes the current reports especially heartbreaking. Meanwhile, other senior royals are said to be watching the situation carefully. Prince William and Princess Catherine have built an image of steadiness and are unlikely to involve themselves in controversies that could harm that reputation. Queen Camilla, after years of rehabilitating her public image, is reportedly uninterested in being associated with fresh scandals. Even Princess Anne, known for her disciplined approach to royal duties, is said to be frustrated by ongoing distractions caused by extended family members. According to royal commentators, the message from the working royals is simple: anyone who wants to be part of the future monarchy must avoid actions that create unnecessary turmoil. What happens next is uncertain. Some experts believe Beatrice and Eugenie may ultimately use this situation as a way to influence their mother's future choices rather than actually cut her off. Others argue the king may insist on stronger boundaries than the public realizes. Public reaction will also play an important role. Some people may believe Beatrice and Eugenie must prioritize the monarchy's integrity. Others may view distancing their mother as a cruel and disproportionate response to years of complicated circumstances. What's clear is that no path forward is easy. If the princesses create distance from their mother, they risk losing a foundational relationship. If they refuse to do so, they may jeopardize their royal futures and the opportunities available to their children. Sarah Ferguson, meanwhile, faces the possibility of isolation after decades of connection to the royal household. And King Charles, tasked with managing both family relationships and the institution's survival needs, must navigate decisions no monarch would ever want to make. The coming months will reveal whether this tension becomes public or remains behind palace walls. Will Beatrice and Eugenie issue statements? Will Fergie offer clarification or take steps to reduce concerns? Or will the situation quietly shift without formal acknowledgement? One thing remains certain: the Epstein scandal continues to cast a long, complicated shadow across the royal family, creating new consequences long after the initial events. This story resonates because it raises a painful question: what happens when loyalty to family clashes with duty to an institution that shapes your entire identity? It's a dilemma no one should face, yet Beatrice and Eugenie may now be confronting it head-on. So what do you think? Should the princesses protect their royal roles and distance themselves from controversy, or should their loyalty remain with their mother regardless of the consequences? Share your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation with no easy answers. And if you want to stay up to date on every development in this ongoing royal saga, make sure to subscribe to Royals Explored and turn on notifications. The royal world is full of unexpected turns.